So today I'm going to be taking on a crazy challenge, and I'm going to be giving myself 1 minute, 10 minutes, and 1 hour to create the best Discord server I could possibly make in those time frames. Now, I've seen a lot of other YouTubers take on this challenge, and I'm pretty curious to see exactly what it is that I can do. I think I can make a really good server within a 1 hour time span. Okay, so this challenge does come with a set of rules. So I do have to do everything from scratch, which includes setting up my bots, my graphics, as well as my channels and categories. Now, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do in 1 minute, but let's find out in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so starting this off, I'm automatically going to skip the name. I do not care. I don't have a lot of time. So we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to go ahead and create a couple channels, a couple categories really quickly. And then right after this, we're going to create some roles. Okay, so we only have a few seconds left, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Okay, so I think the key takeaway here is that a minute is just not enough for you to create like a full-fledged Discord server. I mean, like I was able to create just a couple of channels as well as a couple of extra categories. So we have like an admin category for all of our admins. We have our welcome messages from when people come inside. And then we have our general chat and then a voice chat. If you're just trying to create a server for, let's say, you and your friends, then this would honestly be all that you need. You can bring your server in here, but you might be able to add a bot in here if that's something that you really need. Like if it's just like 5 of you, 10 of you, and you don't really need much, like you don't need a bunch of categories or a bunch of channels. Now, I was able to create some roles here. So we got our owner, our members, and our mods. Once again, very basic, everything you need just for a server for you and your friends, or maybe even like a very, very small number of people, as with a small server, there's not really much that you really need to do. And now if you really want to elevate a server and take it to the next level, then you will need at least 10 minutes in order for you to do that. And that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, so it's now time to make the 10-minute server in 3, 2, 1, go. Now, just like the last server, we're going to start off by making a couple channels and categories, and then we're going to go straight into creating all of the roles that we're going to be using for this server. Now for the bot that I'm going to be using for this particular server is going to be Sapphire Bot. I love using this particular bot for every channel that I make. I'm going to use this one specifically for the self roles, welcome messages if I can get to it, as well as any kind of moderations that we'll be using for the server. Okay, so we got like 3 minutes left on the timer, and I still have quite a few things that I need to do, but I think the one thing that we're going to do that takes up the most time is creating our rules for the server. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to do that because we got to make that from scratch, and that might take all the time that we have. Okay, so our 10 minutes is now up, and the key takeaway here for this particular challenge is that 10 minutes is still not enough to make a full-fledged server, but we was able to get more done this time than the very first server. And let me show you exactly what we was able to do. So for this one, we was able to create an admin section for the community itself, so we can get community updates in here, but we was not able to complete our welcome channel. As you can see, we have 3 bots in here that does not have like a welcome message, which you kind of want that for every person that comes inside your server. So then we was able to create a rules section, but it's still a little incomplete. It doesn't have like no banners, it doesn't have a color or anything to it. It's just a bunch of lines and words here. But we was able to actually have our self roles section. So we was able to add 2 roles with Sapphire Bot, which is actually cool, which is very good. And then we was able to go ahead and add in a few extra channels as well as a few extra categories. So overall, it was a step up from the very first server. But if you really, and I mean really, want to make a complete server, you need at least 1 hour. And we're going to do that right now. Okay, so we're starting our 1 hour server in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so for this particular server, I'm not going to be doing the channels and categories first. I'm actually going to go straight into doing all of the roles first, and then we're going to go into the channels and categories because we have a lot of roles that we need to go ahead and create. I feel like one of the things that take up the most time when doing these type of servers is setting up the channel permissions for certain roles to be able to go inside of certain channels. Does anybody else feel that way? Like, I think this takes up the most time. Now, if this is your first time ever seeing the option for a media channel, you can actually activate this by enabling the feature to monetize your Discord, which everybody has access to. And what this will do is will allow you to post up a picture, a video, or even exclusive content for the members of your server to pay for. And I'm gonna show you what this looks like when I post up a picture a little bit later. And so for one of our bots, we're going to add in Voice Master. Now, a friend of mine has this bot inside of her server, and what this does, it creates a custom VC with your name on it, and I think it's actually pretty cool. And you can create as many of these as you like. And if you want a deep tutorial, let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so for creating our rules, what we're going to do is use Disco Hook. Now, Disco Hook will give me the option to have a custom layout for my channel, and I can put like images, I could put like thumbnails, I can make as many embedded like text as I want. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what that looks like. Now for our second bot, I'm actually going to be using Sapphire, and we're going to use this one for our reaction roles, our welcome messages, as well as our moderation. Now, I talked about Sapphire on my channel before, but I had never done an actual video on it. So let me know down in the comments below as well if you actually want to see a full breakdown on Sapphire bot and how to set this up. And if you do, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that way you can actually get notifications for when that video goes live. Now, just like Disco Hook, Sapphire does give you the option to add images inside of the custom layout that you create for your reaction roles or for your templates. Now, I could have used Disco Utils for this, but I seen another YouTuber do it and I wanted to do something a little bit different. So we're going to stick with Sapphire for this particular one. Okay, so we're now going to set up our onboarding. Now, the reason why I'm going to want to actually do the roles for the onboarding as well is so that when people actually come inside the server, they have the option to automatically pick what they want as far as their roles when they come inside of the server. And then for the self roles, when they're inside the server at a later point, you can update those self roles and then you can notify your server that there's new roles that people can select, and you can update that and people can just go inside the self role channel and then update their roles. It sounds a little confusing, but just trust me on this. You'll be able to see exactly what I mean at the end when I finish with the server. Okay, so back into the media section, I'm going to post up a picture of my dog Loki. Now, as you can see, I did it 100% completely free. You can set this up for your server as well. And what this does is create a separate post, and then people can actually comment under that post without the conversation ever getting lost. It's a really good feature to have. I really like this feature a lot. But now moving on, I'm actually going to go ahead and create our logo for the server. And so what I'm going to be doing is using Photopea. Now, if you don't know about Photopea, Photopea is basically Photoshop, but for free. It gives you all of the features that Photoshop has. You can do legitimately everything that Photoshop can do. All thing you have to do is just go to their website, and then you can just utilize it the same exact way as you would use Photoshop. Now, there's a little bit of features on Photopea that is a little different from Photoshop, but it's practically the same. Now, if you really want to customize a server and you want to put like custom emojis, or maybe you want to have like certain symbols right next to your channels or your categories, like you see other Discords have, one of the best ways you can do that is come to this website, coolsymbol.com. This is basically made for Discord. A lot of the symbols on here or a lot of the emojis on here can be used inside of Discord. I'll leave a link down in the description below so that way you guys can actually go to this website and check it out for yourself. Now, if you're going to be using Sapphire Bot for your welcome messages, this is what the dynamic image is going to look like for when they come inside your server. You can actually customize this to do like 82 to 3 color schemes if you're choosing. And then you can put like any type of message that you want in there as well. So you can be like, welcome to whatever server your name is. Or you can actually not have this. You can just do the text message if you want to, or you can just do the image. It's completely up to you. But to see exactly what this looks like when something comes inside your server, we're going to add in a bot, Muday. I think I pronounced that right, Muday. Hopefully I said that right. But either way it goes, we have like 10 minutes left on the clock, and there's still a few things that I really want to do with the server before it is complete. And so what I'm going to do is enable the DM and spam protection. We're going to enable the rules. So that way, this is for the onboarding screen. Whenever somebody comes inside the server and they do their onboarding process, they have to now check the box stating that they read and acknowledged the rules. So that way, nobody has any kind of excuse as to why they are breaking the rules of the server. Okay, so we have a few touches that I want to do. I want to make sure I put these emotes here. Other than that, I really don't know what to do now. Gosh, God, this is kind of nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna lie to you. We got like 8 minutes left on the clock, and I don't know what else I can actually possibly do. I think I've done everything I wanted to do for this particular server. Oh, you know what I could add? I can add in a section for like anime people, so we can like anybody that watches anime, like weebs or like non-weebs. I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, let me go do that really quick. Now I want to make sure I come over to the Sapphire bot and do the same thing here. Oh my goodness, why is it not showing up? Why is it not working? Yes, it's not working. What is going on? Why is it not working? You know, you can always count on Goku. I promise you, you can always count on Goku to always come through for you. I don't care if he's a bad dad. He always comes through when it needs to, even for this. Honestly, we have less than a minute on the clock. I'm really just adding stuff at this point. Damn, yeah, this is a good server. Honestly, I think this right here is a full-fledged server that is really good for anybody that has a community that you want to bring together. Not only does this have like media sections, so you can post like your pets, you can post like your food clips, you can post up gaming clips, but it has like the custom VCs. It has, you know, all of your logs, your tech stuff that you can do behind the scenes, everything from moderators. You have a meeting room for all your mods, and then you also have, of course, your welcomes, your rules. Which, by the way, you saw that we had that for our onboarding, but we also have it right here as well, just so that way they know for sure what rules lies within this server. So you're not seeing it once, but you're seeing it twice, and you had to acknowledge the first one, and then for this one you can just come back and you can just check on the rules a little bit later. But we have our announcements tab for where all of our announcements are going to go. You have our introduction page that they have to actually put into your server when they first come in. I like that because it helps get to know everybody that's inside the server. And then you also have your self-roll section for if there's any updates. You can always go back inside the Sapphire bot. You can always just update it, and then you can come into your announcements and you can let everybody know that you have a new role. And then if they want it, they can go ahead and just press on it to activate it. So this right here is a good server. I think that this is a really good server. Here is it has all the customizations that anybody's going to need. I don't see a lot of people utilize these features for Sapphire. So this, in my opinion, is kind of unique. And trust me, I mean, as you guys can tell, I'm in a lot of servers. I don't really see nobody use this. But we have some closed channels, so only people in PlayStation can see this, only people in Xbox can see this, PC, and the same thing for Nintendo. So it's not overwhelming, it's not underwhelming, it's exactly what you need to have a good server just for your community. Now, in case if you want to know how to make a Discord server from scratch the same exact way as I did create a video on my channel going over how to create a Discord server in 2024, and I'm actually going to go ahead and update it, and I'm gonna make another one in 2025. But you can follow along on that particular video and you can create a Discord very similar to what it is that I just done here. And so with that being said, that's going to be all for today's video and today's challenge. So if you like this video, make sure you give this a big fat thumbs up. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe and turn on post notifications so that way you do not miss a single video that gets posted up on this channel. And in case you guys want to actually join my Discord server, make sure you go ahead and you click on the link down below, and the invite link will automatically bring you directly into my server. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I do hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out, guys.